G'day everybody, welcome to today's stream. I'm your host Mitch, you can call me Taz, and I'm going to attempt to keep myself together. Today we're going to be playing a bit of TF2, if I can remember how to get it up on screen. You know, that'd be a fantastic thing for me to do, because you guys wouldn't want to watch a black screen. And today we are going to attempt to expand our freight line, so I'm looking very forward to that. Why are we playing a bit of TF2? Look, we got the series started, and we might as well keep going. I wanted a bit of TF2 because it's just something you can chill to. You can just casually play it, and it does not. It's nothing to worry about. So today, I mean, look, down here we've got such a well. If we look at Penryn, as we've discussed multiple times, it's such a great opportunity for a powerhouse of infrastructure because it's got all of the plants for it. You've got a goods factory, you've got a metal factory, you've got a machine factory actually as well, of which we can both make the steel and the timber for it. So in today's video, what we're going to try to do is get all of these industries hooked up. We've got wheat, and we've got a food processing plant, and we want to start building out our industry in the south. Now, obviously, we have a little bit of industry out here in terms of the brick factory, if the game would like to render. Don't know why this save is so laggy. And of course, training shop. That's got 78. That's waiting for 11. Beautiful. So I think in today's episode, that's what we're going to start working on. Up north, just want to make this just want to show you guys. We have started this massive cargo terminal, but this has to wait for a little bit because we want to hook up all the industries for Penryn, because this train route here is eventually going to connect down here. So Penryn not only is just going to be a freight terminal, it's going to be a passenger terminal. It is the southeastern city. It's also the biggest city down here, I believe. So 195, 156, 166. So Southern Shields actually is. But once we start putting investments in Penryn, then it won't be an issue. And if we have a train stop here, we can have multiple trains coming in from the north, from the central, and then to the west. Machinist 138, off, okay. I was also thinking, because we've got the train to Dawlish, we will need to get this train into Newton. But Newton, I think, is actually going to have to be a slightly larger station. I say this because we're going to need a train that goes south. We're going to need a train that goes west from here, so Newton can become a central part of the line. So that's what we're going to think about today. How are these little stagecoaches doing? Got anything better? No, they slightly carry more, but they're all steam powered. Oh! Oh, that carries 16. Ew. Oh, what's this line doing? 32 or 40? I think the biggest cities like... no, Sale's got trams, doesn't it? What's this train station doing? We've got 400... No, we've got 500 people waiting down here. Yikes, that's pretty busy. So we might actually need to look at the expansion or more frequency with the trains going to Sale, because the Blackpool Sale line, which is what this train is a part of, right, and we've only got single track infrastructure going for that. That might actually need to be doubled. Do you want to actually change a few of these over? What is the map? It's from Brooklyn. only is it faster, but it carries just that more people that we need. Look at that, they're all full. And they're going to actually be, you know what? I'm going to change all of these over. Look at that. We've got both increased speed and increased capacity. Capacity brings us up to 160 on the line. And it looks like we'll definitely be filling all of these cars up. Also, we've got lines. We want to probably look into contra-rotating the lines, so one going the other way. But for now, it looks good. We probably don't need that many buses though. So we sell those. You just give us 5 vehicles. That's probably going to be better. Okie doke. Tell you this properly British. Fantastic. Is that going to meet our requirements for a full train? It sure is. Beautiful. 56 million so far. Just gotta look at what we're gonna do. So we've got plenty of wood out here, and that actually might be a really good line out to the timber yard. It's only here. But do we have any items that we can start producing with the timber? Up here? No. Heating oil is something we can do because we've got all the oil here, and we do have that factory producing heating oil. Lofton and Bath both need access, and I guess if we have that central station, then we can just ferry it via land down and then have multiple stops bringing stuff back to the train station. Got wood for paper, and do we need paper up here? I think that's mostly. Oh no, it's one of the items that goes into goods. What can we make goods from? Plastic and paper, timber and plastic. Do we have a plastic factory up here? No. So we might actually have to invest in a factory up here. Do actually have a chemical plant done here, but that's quite a ways away. Right. Pretty much got a lot of opportunities for freight down here. We've got coal, we've got a steel mill there, more coal, plenty of coal all around. This ship's never going to get full. It's never going to be profitable, but it looks cool. Yes. Okay, so I think what we're going to start doing is working on Penryn, because this is going to be a multi-station. So freight station will go here, and then we'll have a passenger station here because it's more central and it's got better access. Let's go to refurbished stations. I think this is what we're looking at. We're going to probably want to go 6. I want red brick. And what this is going to give me access to is if I put this like that, go 240 meters, it's going to be 1.2 million. I can live with that. What we're going to do, configure. And let's build, where's our passenger buildings? Here we go, fantastic. Refund this, and let's get our custom ones made. Definitely don't want that, we need something grand for the front. Do we have anything bigger than that? Medium, medium, medium. Large main building for the crimson trim. Oh, you're kidding me. What if I build it out here then? Gonna curse me all you want? Finally, you're gonna work. Good. I want that crimson trim. Fantastic. Look at that. Now that is what I call a prominent station building. And then, actually, what we're gonna do, and I know that we aren't getting anywhere close to down here anytime soon. But, I mean, isn't that a grand station? Fantastic. And then what this does is also gives us the opportunity to build that out. So we're going to have our passenger line there, and then it'll be best to have our freight station here. Now, what I'm thinking freight station wise, because it's not just going to be a station, it's going to be pretty much a cargo hub. Let's close all this down and let's build this out. Let's see. I don't think a lot of these are cargo stations, are they? Refurbed. Cargo station. 6 lines. This needs to be 400. Mostly because of the sheer size of these trains that will eventually come in. Put it there. Now what we can do with this station over here, one, direct access to all the factories in the city, but I can loop around the town on the corner instead of pretty much interfering with the main passenger station. Fantastic. Now, let's look at this. Quick trip via road up. What I want to do though, so I'd like to preemptively get a stop here. Oh, these are the tram stations. Small, compact, 3 terminals, please. And let's make it 140 meters. Make it like all official, everything. We've got 2 terminals, I think, now. Cool. Do I have anything? There we go, 10 meters. Fantastic. Then this is more than easily modifiable, but it gives us land access, but then we can have that come up to the steel mill. So let's look at all these industries that we can incorporate into this. Got our bread plant out here, we've got our timber out here. And our timber then can go to the machine factory over here. Steel comes in, and then steel can then be manually brought over. For the goods, what else? How else we make the goods? Plastic and timber to make goods, right? So that timber factory is actually going to come very clutch. Do you have quite a few farms? Might actually only get 1 station and then bring Gray's farm up to here. I don't know. And then with that, you bring the food down here. That will then bring it to a station over at the food processing plant. What we can do down here though, let's go 4. Do this because it makes it a little easier for us, and this can then operate like that. And we'll get the streets to go in. There we go. Bring this out more. That goes there. That could be brought down here. And this curves into there. And this curves into there. Fantastic. And it gets rid of the trees while doing that. Reason why we do this byland will then go up to the sawmill, instead of having to build another station out here. Let's see. Actually, let's see. So, grain will go in a separate train. And then we'll have a actual freight train come through to here that can take the timber, well, the wood for the timber. Yep, that sounds good. So let's slowly build this up. Send our bulkheads, and realistically we only need the first track to come around. That is going to build into the land. I have no issue with that. Build all of these stations coming around. Didn't think that was going to happen. Signals. There we go. Hey Boeing, how are we? Let's give this a little refresh. Have you heard Airbus was found guilty for... Wait, what? Really? Why was Airbus found guilty? Isn't that the 330 that the Air France pilot stalled? Is that the... Airbus, Air France and Airbus found guilty of manslaughter? Yeah. But didn't those pilots stall that in? That's interesting. Okay, so we've pretty much got a train that's going to go from here down there. Now, a freight train up. I think, oh no, because look at the terrain. Freight train out of Grays would actually be better. I know that it's a dead end over here, so we're going to build this. Where's our freight? Fantastic, and then this will be the alternate road that goes down onto the farm itself. Kind of want it on the farm, so if it's on the farm then it will supply it. Yeah, then I have a freight terminal go right there. Yeah, okay. Reason why was Peter Chu heater was weak, but Airbus refused to upgrade the heater before there was... Right, that's very interesting, isn't it? See, if I build it there, it's not even going to touch. Probably come down 200 meters, something like that, for this. So I want the freight directly involved. If I go like this, I could fit it in, and then I could route it this way. Route it that way, then it's just going to give this issues. Then again, you sort of want to bring it over here first, though. So it's actually not... there's a bit of terrain there. Okay, if I was, say, build it... No luck with that one. What if I built it... this, build it, and it comes directly into the farm itself. And let's go freight terminals, build this like this, because it'll go directly onto the farm itself. This will come over here into a T intersection, and then we can have a land side connection. there. So that should be connected. I would fail to see how it couldn't be. Cool. Now it's all connected. But we've got terrain now. That actually fits like surprisingly perfectly. We'll get another train line up here. Not train line, but a truck stop. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ferrying out all of their goods to and from here. Just like that. So they come in here, pick it up from a farm, and bring it down. So let's get this new line, and this is going to be Orpington wheat transfer. And so that will bring it down to Gray's farm, and Gray's farm then goes over to the food processing plant. Let's bring this over. So now we need to do it. It's like, because you don't want a strong tunnel. There you go. Game likes to freeze. ASP was fine or the PFD. Yeah, but wasn't there like extreme pilot error found? I don't know, I haven't looked the case up in many years, but I always thought there was issues with the case that was brought up. Oh, yeah, we could probably bring a freight line there. That means if we have trains from the north, bring a wood down. Penryn does need to become a freight terminal, and I would like to route the tracks out here. We've got better terrain out here. Bring this around. Come out here and then go in, but then if you have a train track across that, no, you can't do that. What I'll do then, that look on that terrain. Oh no, that is quite the incline. Hang on. Somehow that's even worse. I don't want it going up the hill so much, because it just doesn't have to. What if I built a direct route between the two? I just take this, put it there, cool. And that keeps it flat, which is what I want. Rounds. And that brings it into there, and that will work perfectly fine. Bring that over there, have the connections just before the track, and then we'll have signals basically telling us if it's okay to go. Okay, this will then go it's gonna be expensive. Give enough room for the freight center as well. here. It's an expansive track. Okay, so what that does is that will give us a functioning bread line. Bread supply comes down to Grays. Grays then takes it in to get processed. It will then be picked up at the processing plant and brought into Penryn. We could connect it via road, but what we're going to do instead is just take it by train. Just take it by train, takes it to where it needs to be. So we will also get sheds built. Buildings. And what goods trains are we going to be using? That's got 300 kilowatts pull. We aren't going up hills, so it's not necessarily an issue. Doing goods. These got 350 on them. These GWR ones, that's got 700. That's got 1,000. The A35 is awesome. GWR 280 is out now. Is limited to 97 kilometers an hour, but that's 1,300 power. I think for uphill stuff, that's going to probably be the best choice we have. They've got 800. We're not going to need something this powerful at the moment. So we'll just go here, 500. I think we can get one cheaper. So that's 1.8, that's 1.6. It's only got 450. That's something like, that's got 1.3 and that's 380. Just one of these small locomotives. We'll go one of these. And we need... Goes 5, that carries 6, that carries 14. We'll get one goods wagon on the front which will take bread. We want one of these, hopefully that, you know, can take quite a bit. Wagons, they take bread and they take grain. Capacity 7, capacity 8. Fantastic. Well, we'll get that sorted. Then what we're going to do, we're going to have freight line come in here, which is going to go in there and then go into Penryn. And then all the way around. So this will be Penryn. Train. Penryn bread. And we'll make that yellow as well. Fantastic. And this can be sent on the Penryn bread train route. It's going to take just a second to load. And we'll need to get signals set up. There we go. Go there. Double switch. Double switch. And what's this one waiting for? Oh, my train's in here. Ah, game was paused. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now while we're here, we're gonna go and get our food, our road depot made. We'll probably just only buy one carriage. So that goes 26 kilometers an hour, that goes 25, these go 20. So we'll go one of these. Yep. Paint it yellow, because that's what it's going to do. And it'll be on the wheat transfer line. Fantastic. They'll come over and they'll then make bread for Penryn. What else do we have access to around here? We've got all the lumber, and we do want the timber to be brought into here. So having 2 timber lines to come in here is kind of excessive. And timber we can just take by land up there. So what we'll do, pick this up. Why is that 248 grand? I'm sorry? Oh. How much cheaper that was just by doing that. Let's look into it. Both pilots were giving imports yet no dual input warning. Yeah, but I think they kept stalling the plane. They were pulling the plane back when the plane was saying it was stalling. I think that was one of the issues that was brought up. Cool. That train's already full. Lovely. Gotta love it. Got multiple grain there. Got grain being brought down here. Got a tools factory up north. All this iron ore needs to be brought up. Iron ore and all these coal and all that are going to be really important. We do have coal over here. Oh, we've got plenty of coal out here. Might actually want a long distance train just bringing all of this coal. That's going to be a really long train, but that's why we built the station so long. Oh, imagine a train that goes here, here, here. You do have that steel mill there. So coal here, here, and then that brings it all the way around. Because that's how you also make money. You need to have that distance. Since industries we've got local, so we've got copper there. This needs plastic. We can get timber. Timber's not going to be an issue, thankfully. Yeah. Much we got there. Much we got up here. Limited 20k is because of horse. Damn. Let's build an alternate route, just so that people of the town can go that way instead, just so they aren't hogging up the lane that I need most. Get this a through-way. We've got 50. They'll come in here, thus giving Penryn bread. Well, that works out down there. There's a chemical plant there, which means we have to bring fuel and all that, so that's going to be a little difficult. Let's look at our passenger train line. So we've got one up to Dawlish. How is that doing peoples wise? Well, that's full. It's almost full. Might actually call for a new one. If I edit these. No, because you don't want to. Let's get another train on, mostly for sale. Dawlish, and we'll call it. What are we going to call it? Sleaford Express. Fantastic. So that's going to come out. There it is. It's going a route that was just used. It should be okay. And with the frequency that we're going to be given now with these trains, it'll be pretty good. A big train that definitely needs to be increased is the Blackpool Sail Rail, because that's 140, so that's full capacity. And we have 350 people here, 141 in Sale, and 35 waiting up in Bath. So time we start developing this line out, I think. Let's bring this out. Tracks. It's gonna have to be the fastest ones, aren't they? Yep. And we're just gonna bring this up, following it. Like so. Sloping on the bed. That's all that matters. Just like so. Fantastic, and then this railway will go all the way up. And in there. Now what I might do is also add a third railway, and then we can slowly build. Oh, it's going to be a little difficult. Probably have to come all the way around here and up, because Towchester definitely needs to be introduced to our rail network. Let's get tracks built. Go. Now we'll see much more activity. Take left. Okay. Blackpool Sail Line manage. When we come into Blackpool branch, we're going to be on the second line, which I'm failing to see why we wouldn't be able to connect. Ah, I see. Go out here, bring it back. So We'll double switch these so these actually become usable. That takes us all the way down here. And we'll also put tracks that blend in as well. Double mast. Fantastic. Now with all that done, it's decently long enough platform. What we do, let's see the train. What's the condition that it's in? So she might need a little bit of a reno. It's definitely got a new train on it. And it's in good condition. Let's splurge, get another one. 140 passengers. Might bring that down as well. Let's edit these. I go with the GWR cabins again. Or any of these goods. Don't think so. These ones are okay. I do like the GWR cabins more. So that's the top light coach. Front brake. Is that it? Nope. Don't do that. Do that. And then we'll get a rear coach as well. There we go. And for this one, Express. Fantastic. So what this has given these guys, not only is speed, but they're going to be able to get into these places more. Lofton is pretty much our only town out here that we have access to until we start bringing it south, which will take us... Ooh, this terrain is very horrendous. Will Ferry Hill be able to be accessed? Because we might actually have to build a bus line that goes up to Ferry Hill. So giggly quick. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, that's definitely a design fault then. Oh. So oil that. Ferry oil sand mine. Let's go here. Bring that in. As you can see, I did a little work when the cameras were off, just to build this cargo hub just up that little bit. What we might actually do with this, so I want to get this road again. There you go. go. Fantastic. Tunnel means that is a really bad tunnel. Holy moly. Yeah, nah. What I'll do. To shift in. Like that, gives us more of a uniform one. We'll replace it like that. And then we can run train lines perfectly above. Oh, we definitely have to. Then we can have a land connection. I need a curve, so. Like so. That means this pretty much gives unfiltered access. This sand oil mine, I mean, that will go over the refinery there. Somehow I'm going to take a freight line out there. Don't know how I'm going to do that at this particular moment. We have so much wood and so much lumber out here. It is genuinely ridiculous. We'll be getting a... This is the priority of where this freight line does need to go. It needs to go here. In that case, we've got these forests all here. This one's going to be connected by bullets, quote unquote. Coal mine can be connected via foot as well. Copper as well, because then that could be a train line that goes down to the steel mill down here. Okay, so let's build all this up. So the infrastructure, this can go out here. That goes there. And what I've practically done now is Sale and Lofton are now connected via road. That forest can wait for a little sec. I do need to get this freight terminal built. Oh, I've just realised we have a steel mill out here. Copper's there. I have a freight terminal here. I can actually connect that via land. But that means I can have iron going in. Cargo hub. More iron here. Do I have any coal though? I do have coal there, so I can bring that here, and that then can be shipped up there. And I think that's what we'll have to do. Nice curve on that road. Okay, so woods will come in, no issues. And let's get a station out here. And let's give us a generous 400 meter station. Fantastic. Like so. Have to make it a bridge. We might as well make it a fancy bridge. Bridges we got. That one's okay. I do like that. I like that. It's got an industrial look to it. Fantastic. So we've got a train or the bridge that goes across there. Just pretty much just want to rip it straight through here. priority is going to be the first line. Like so. And we'll do that. Double switches on all of these. More. This can come out here. That's those two right there. And landscaping. All of this needs to be removed off this central piece of track. Am I in any way, shape or form able to build this in the center? Definitely not. How about one of the thin ones? Definitely not. How am I gonna build this? Maybe I'm just gonna have to build it like here. Give it a land connection. Double switch it where I can. Cool, that's all good. And this, fantastic. Lovely. So we're gonna need a train line that goes between here and Lofton Sawmill, but we need a lot of the wood brought down. So we've got the wood here. These industries are actually touched, which is my tip. We can do alcohol production though, which later on is going to become inevitably important. This forest can be connected to the sawmill via land. That sawmill might just bring the wood from there down here, because if we bring it down to terrestrial, yes, I will be starting flight training very soon, thankfully. But yes, that passed my medical. Just actually recently got my my brain. Yeah, so passed my medical, and I'm about to get everything else sorted that I need for that. What's the trains doing? We're running at sort of positive, which is not good. Blackpool Rail's at 180, lovely. This has got 193 per meter week. A load of people coming in. there, then you're going to switch over to the next train on the scene. Goes in there. That freight train's working the charm. So that freight line is actually working. That's not an issue. That's gonna go up here, which has got 48. Probably more demands to justify a third train on that. Definitely. Let's give it one more. That's fully. Let's go 60 on it. Profits are at 2 million though, so that's okay. Freight knots. Cool, we've got definitely got people in there. So, sail bus. So I'll upgrade these frames. How many people got 85? So many people around. These all need to be good. Yeah, that's full, that's full. The Blackpool rail has got to 200. People waiting for it, which, hey, perfect time for this train to turn up. And you see, if we get Lofton introduced, then it's going to be even better. Fantastic. How many of these people now are going to transition onto this platform and stay? 737, 5. Got over 100 people waiting here. These all need to be upgraded. Duxford's. So they'll fill up. Should actually help. I emphasize that barely. Lumber. Do we have more lumber out here? We could actually build some more forests out here. Or more forestry industries out here. Right here would be great. It's we've got our lands ports there. Let's go buildings. Cool, represents that. And if I wanted to build a forestry industry, how much would that cost me? 40 million? Are you being ridiculous now? 70 million if I want them. Okay, so. And we're going to call this Bathwood. So this is going to be truck, Bathwood, and dark brown. And we'll get a depot, road depot please, like so. Let's see. 2 of these, please. Get those sorted. Hopefully that starts producing wood. Because I will need it for the train that I'm about to build. We build this. Let's go large wagon cars. Between northeast and Lofton. Lofton timber. Look at that, starts producing good for us. And once that's at the station, I can actually just wait there, really. So we're going to be waiting on these guys actually filling up. Is there any bigger versions of these? 16, 18. Okay. Might just buy a few more then. Because I can see this. Well, I mean, look, it's already at 51. And these are taking 16 each. This needs 24, so 1632. So both of these, 2 will support 1. Mind you, we're doing the journey as well with the train, so. Yeah, effective tunnel though. This is not good when you've got all these goods factories closing, because I kind of need it. Meat processing plants closing, but that's the thing, I don't have fish or cows nearby. Oh no, I do have cows there, but do I have the wheat to get there? No. These wheat to plastic industries are going to be interesting. I really wanted this to be around, but looks like I've pulled the short straw there. Those are doing good. That train is doing good. We are losing coal mines, and coal mines are kind of really needed. All of these wheat trains. Let's get 4 more. This is not fair. And you've got this. So, streets will need to be increased, it seems. Please just switch lane. We've got 300 wheat remaining here. That, and then we'll just build this out. So, cargo buildings. There we go. That's going to expand out more. And we'll get more carrying capacity for this. Give ourselves a 200 capacity train. fantastic. Now, all of this wood, that's the sawmill, that's our goal. We can be bringing food from afar, so that won't be an issue. How's this running? It's running very good. It's 232 seats taken. It's just going to fill up by the time we have to go back. 54 only. Yikes. That's running well. Let's upgrade these to duxes as well. How many for there? Now the mail sorting center's closed. See, this is the biggest issue. It's all these industries, it feels like at once want to close. And it's like, are they going to respawn? Unlikely. I've got 500 there, 120 there. Bathrooms are doing well. The machines factory should be very important. Because who needs machines? Blackpool needs machines. $64 there. Let's give ourselves more cars then. Sells a few more. None of that. 60 going out. Manage this line when it's at Northeastern Cargo Hub. Full load any. You only leave. Fantastic. And this is going to start getting timber produced. Timber is going to be converted. Do we have industries that are going to help with timber being converted? Yes, we have the machine factory up there. So that's actually where we can get one of the trains going. Timber and plastic's going to give us goods as well. So that's another thing we want to keep in mind. I think a freight line up here is going to be splendid. Because we've also got the silver, which in turn it can, to a degree, support. So let's get here. Oh, straight road. And this come out here. Now the other mail building center is closing. Right. This can go under, just like so. Oh, that's very funky. I really like that. What that means is then we can build this station out. So cargo station, just like this. Turn this around. I'll go 300-meter track. 320 is pretty much minimum that we even want to think about. We'll route this around the hill coming in. So, building this out, this is just going to go straight. So, we have that goods factory there, we don't actually want that. Actually, what we could do, bring this out here. This line can actually go into there. That, and that will then slowly go like this. Fantastic, and that'll bring us around and then into the station. How much have we got here? 72, and that's got 60 on it. Now, so timber definitely will be getting produced. Timber, we want that being made into goods. Goods are going to make big money. So this definitely calls for a freight terminal given the amount we want to have coming in. Because goods, where can they go? See, we can have them going into Bath, which I'll use this as the Bath train station. If we're over here, Bath will come into Blackpool because Blackpool will need a freight station. They want goods. Everywhere wants goods. Then to get it down to Sale, we're going to probably have to temporarily just bring it down by bus, really. We need to find plastic though as a source. Regardless, what we're going to do first. There was this much of a terrain difference. Yikes. It's the crossover part that's the issue. Wherever it can be a double switch, you see. It's gonna come back. Honestly, start modifying this as soon as we become like a 150. We've got 150 just sitting there. Fantastic. How much lumber we got there? We've got way too much lumber waiting there. All these double. Fantastic, that's going to take it out. That's going to be made into sawmill. Sawmill will then take it over to the machine factory. In there. And yeah, so this is going to be bath machinery. Bath machinery, and this is going to be great. Bye. Okay, same sort of train. It's one of the, no, it wasn't one of these, it was one of these goods trains. There we go. Well, steel, what are we using to take steel? These? Yes, so this can take wood and the timber that we need. Okay, and then I'm gonna guess we need like a box car. Fantastic, paint that down. Bath machinery. And let's set manage line in Lofton. Minimum stop time is going to be 2 minutes 50 seconds. Just so this can fill up on timber. Like so. And we'll give this turn around. That up. Seems not, so I need timber manage lines. Let's start heading out. That can be stopped. Just sit on the tracks, that's all it needs to do. Gives ourselves 20 of these vehicles. Is that inclined too steep? Actually might be too steep for them. But hey, we got the wood going in. Fantastic. So, first line for the cargo, well, first 2 lines for the cargo hub are done. Metal, how are we going to get metal produced up here? Where do we have metal production? Metal needs copper and coal. Got copper there. Coal's here. I'm in the wrong line. If I want to make that, it's the minimum. Coal on, I can just manually bring that in. This would have to, be brought manually. And we're just going to make a road across buildings. Like so. Now that's going to bring, well, coal will be brought here. Copper can be probably just brought across. Do you have any more copper mines? We've got a copper mine up here, which is where we would benefit from a train, but it's the terrain which is the issue there. Is that now going to pick up the timber that we need? Yes. Fantastic. Well, that's all sorted now. This is not good from a road perspective that all of these cars are limited. That's also not good. manage line. Manage line, yes. Path transfer. We can use both. Road signals I can use. Cool. And that gives us double the carrying capacity at any one moment. Fantastic. Look, all of these trucks just get stuck here. We've got 200 timber just waiting there. 68 timber. Hell yeah, baby. Let's bring its first loads. Let's get 2 cabins on that. Go. Now when this turns back, that's going to start making a bit more money. Good. Manage line. Manage line. When we're at bath transfer. Yeah, full load there. Then perfectly a-okay. These are completely unable to get up that line. Do I even have anything that can complete that? That's the issue. See, these got the engine power, it's just they don't have the getting up the damn hill power. Don't actually have any competition yet. I swear I unpaused that time. So that's why we've been stuck with everything that we have so far. Like, so this hill is actually acting as a balancing mechanic. There you go, look at all that lumber now. Lovely. Capacity, I think that'll be perfectly fine for us. The size of that train, that's lovely. Well, these are all shorter cars, they're not as long as those ones. Interesting. That train might actually start needing another locomotive on it. 68 there. I can start carrying a decent load. Oil sand mine. Do we have any oil sand heating elements up here? No, that's only going to be down there for the fuel refinery. In that case, let's start getting the copper and the coal up. That's going to be vital to the freight train out of. Build this here. And then I want that. Because where this timber train's going to come, Eastern Cargo Hub is going to be Station 5. The first line is actually going to go up. So let's get signals going. Okay, and we'll build this. No, I'll ferry that by land into here. Put that there, then I can build a train right up there, but I don't really want to build the train into there. We'll build a coal train, because no. Is that steel? If I have this via land going here, and the copper train go up there, yes, that will work. Buildings. Here we go. Yep, this needs to be on this side. Nope, I'm being an absolute bloody idiot. This side is the way it goes. Oh, look at these trains there, 120 kilometers an hour. Those look tasty. Now let's get this copper line, can come up to here. Copper, so trucks, copper, often, and these become bright orange, cool. And we'll get road depot. What are going to take that? Okay, so fantastic, so that's going to start producing copper for us. Easily expand that out to 3. Bench line. Alright, Lofton holds, you can use 1, 2, or 3. Fantastic, and that's going to start taking copper up to there. And then possibly, but if it is metal, we can just bring the metal back down to here. Which, I mean, this looks like this. Because then we can have a transport there. Wood transport can be brought over manually. That actually gives that access. Goods is something we're going to be working on eventually. Some nice trains coming in. This is definitely going to need an update. It's hurrying up. Edits. Let's get a better locomotive temporarily. These same classes. That log train, that's a log train at bloody half, that one. And what are these? Just like that. And this is going to be bath. Coal. What takes coal for us? This? No, we need these. Bath coal needs to be. They all need to be black. They'll go up there, pick up coal, but. Steel. Oh, lumber. How much steel are we building up for? 64. Lovely. That's half decent. Then there. Go up to here. Nothing here, because we haven't got a coal train. Coal, steel, trains. We've got train cars that are going up to 210 kilometers now. Insane. Let's get train cars built here. So, need the building for it. Those train cars look lovely. I'm just gonna go there. Coal steel transfer. Transfers been brought over here, correct? Yes. That coal should then be taken up to here, which this then takes it to this steel mill. Should they all connect this? All connected. Yes. Let's connect it today. South. Okay, so how do I get this to form? Train now. Very nice. Steel. Did we produce copper? Coal, I mean? No. We're producing copper. Far out, okay. Might need a few more vehicles. I think 15 should definitely work, we can hope. So, that should be going on to there, which is then ourselves in the just one more. Like that. We're not getting coal produced. Production's waiting, cool, shipment still not max. Timber there. Perfect time for this beast to be trained. So bring in even more lumber, which she will be very impressed with. She comes all the way down. And this is where you start making like an absolute money making machines. All unloaded, almost 200 now waiting. Cool. Drive a coal mine anywhere else. It's got the copper that it needs. Shit. I wonder what we're gonna do here because I mean, first of all, what we can do. Like that. Running out of lumber. Let's give ourselves more. So this is now carrying 72, and that's carrying 260. Do I need a separate train now coming through here? Perhaps. Certainly does not need to be double. So single track, please. That looks like a really funky. Temporarily make it happy. Just continue going straight. Right. Just continue going straight, it seems. Right, I need it to go to number 1. That's the thing. Let me do this for you temporarily. No, because it thinks because I pressed the wrong thing. So I'm an idiot. Once that's done, then we'll switch it over. We'll make sure it's switched over. Yep, 200. Like that. Fantastic. Okay, so let's up into here. When it goes into Lofton, it's going to be line 2, and then line 2, it's just going to go all the way back. So there. Basically, this is going to be train, Pole, Express. And I want that really funky train. Why? So this one. That's got 1,050 carrying capacity. These also look really, really cool. Where was that train? It looked really funky, hence why I wanted it. Let's see, we'll start getting into the bigger trains though. Those are really creepy trains. That's what I want. Not here. Not there. Yeah. These all look very lovely. They're very good looking trains. 120 kilometers an hour. I guess that's the fastest we've got so far. It doesn't look like I can find these weird trains. That's a shame. I really wanted them. Okay, in that case, we'll probably get... It's a shame, I really wanted that train because it looks really weird. Here they are. Yay. They have such great power. They are expensive as all hell though. Please tell me I've got anything that has a high carrying capacity per card. I do. I know it's got a large, but look how weird that looks. There we go, he's coming in. Is this going to start making coal or not? Wait, some of these vehicles that are, well, the vehicle that is on this line. because I can't take coal, you absolute dickhead. And coal is being produced. And what I'm going to do is, for the line, yes, we're going to make this upper bath. It'll stay there indefinitely until it's full. I actually just put some more carts on it. F4 plankers, the large ones. These goods wagons take a lot, don't they? How many these wagons again? It's not these, it's not the oil ones, it's not these, I don't think. No, they're like short swell. These ones, no. There we go. There you go. Fill up with 200 coal, and then it can get on its merry way. What that's now going to start doing is we've got 288 copper sitting there. Now we're going to have coal coming in as well. Double the amount of copper trucks. As we can see, we are very full here. Copper managed line can go to all three, lovely. Why is that signal so far up in the air? Nope, you can't be there. 200 coal on the move now. I've actually got this train up to 1,000 coal, and it was doing it sufficiently. Fantastic, that's off. Our passenger train route's doing now. Then they're all in bad condition. So, how would I upgrade these? So we have all these, they do 120, these all do 120. They are fantastic looking. Any of these GWR tanks, these go 120 as well, but I think these are the heavier version. These go 129. Ashton Court, these go 120. What's the... Definitely these cars. I think class is going to be like us. So we St. George. No. I want the St. George part of the train. And these coaches go so much quicker. Let's get rid of a lot of these for a moment. The first class bar, first class kitchen. You just there, mate, just snoring away. I've got to save this now. That gave me a heart attack, but that was actually on the wrong line. And look at that, that is a proper trend. That's how you know you're getting into the correct area. The Sleaford Express. This is fun. To get into here, could probably be retired. One, these have got such a big carrying capacity. There's such an upgrade as well. And there are 2 longer stations. Let's take that out. That's going to be 129 capable, and this is going to be like 100. So these are things to consider for the future. Already got 200 coal for this coal train. Fantastic. And I do actually need this to convert it up. So. Look at that, we're going to have both of these full. The coal transfer, we need 10 of those. Like, genuinely, we do need 10. Size difference is insane at the moment. It's got lumber, is it max at 68? Yes, because that's apparently all I can produce at that time. I compare these to Benzes. Benzes go 40 kilometers an hour, but they only carry 8. Not that worth it. And all the steel's going to come into here anyway. In that case, I do not need this line, nor these vehicles. And for that matter, let's go into here. Bath coal can be deleted. Fantastic. Then be removed. So now we shall start getting here. Oh. So those are getting done. Got quite the amount of copper coming up. He's getting 41 grand every time they make them. So about 300 grand on that line alone. Wood's okay at the moment. That's the lower loft. Split between the two. Always split. I've got 10 engines going 144. Jeez Louise. That should have been on the other side. Well, we can actually get these new tender engines. The Blackpool sail routes. Let's actually get them sorted then. Let's see. Top speed 136. There are the red ones. The red ones look cool. These ones with the red carriages, sure are. Do that. So these can be all red trains. It's going to cost 34 million though if we do it. What if I just replace the engines on these? And that's what we do. That's a proper train. Oh, look at that. People going the other way. Just have a look, so it's going to be big trains. How many people are in? 300. This train's not even taking half the capacity required, so let's edit these with another cart, it seems. Another cart each, I think. Third class takes lesser people than first class. Oh, those were the 8-wheel coaches. Third class, 12. Capacity or 2 for car. That okay. Third class. It's here, mediocre. Oh, I obviously edited one of the trains and not actually equalized them because wisdom 150, put that all the way back, there you go. I'll take 145 and freight it. No, I'm an idiot. The reason I couldn't do that was because of the size of them. First of all, get rid of the one with the bloody black roof. We actually need to come to 138 capacity just to fit in our station. How's this little express train going? Because likelihoods we're gonna have to sell it, so let's go 108 on it though. All of these trams do need to be changed over to these. Not only do they take a whole lot more people, 37 to be exact. It just means that we can ease congestion on all of our trams. Dawlish, how you doing up here, mate? Dawlish is doing okay now. Just not meeting any of its needs. Which is very minor. Where's Oily? Here's Oily. $700 oil waiting up there now. There's people like up here 50 so far. See all the woods, so got a lot of timber up there now. Now we've got steel waiting here as well. We've got coal coming in. Almost met the demand for coal before it even gets back there, so we are going to edit this. Get ourselves more cars. This was 300 capacity. That is overloaded to the brim. I think the freight terminal is actually supposed to hold something. Probably need to build that further away from the road. Yeah, because the congestion's actually getting really bad. What I'm going to do, what if I build this? Therefore, the traffic's in no way going to affect this. No, it seems that this station or this type of station is always going to screw over everything. Go 2 platforms. 2 straight lanes, please. Coming on the left, coming out on the right. Lovely. After these, they can go both sides. They should be happier now with all that. I'm going to upgrade that just so it gets rid of those lights. Can I configure how many entrances it's got? haven't got any one-way road. Until I get proper one-way roads, that will have to do for the time being. To actually be getting machines produced soon. Blackpool would definitely need them. Was never meant to be a freight terminal. Where would I put a freight terminal for Blackpool, given how heavily in demand I built everything? I think these actually do need to be upgraded, just simply to get up that hill. So now they have the power to actually get up. Let's increase the street quality. It's gonna be a bit weird. Up steel, lumber. Fantastic. And this can be increased in size yet again. Probably 150 capacity now. Then when it takes half steel, half timber, it will be perfectly fine. But look, we're starting to get a hub where we've got all these things transmitting. Now, north, south. These things, you can't just have one. The reason we're going to use these now is they can get up those hills way quicker. We can probably start increasing the size of this. We're going to have to go to 300. So let's go here, turn 6. There we go. And we'll edit it so there's actually another steam. Let's give ourselves more power. Yes, these are useful. Oh, that's gonna be funky. One in the forward and one in reverse. Yeah, 41 and 66. So that's 140. Fantastic. Let's get some more freight buildings here. Just build the capacity that this can hold up. so it's never an issue. Such a weird train. And I guess it's just made so it can go up hills better. That's what that's the vibe it gives me. 144 powered steel. Why aren't we taking the steel? Cargo hub. We'll go 50%. 50%. And take 6% of that. You won't load any of these except that. That's it. Fantastic. So this will actually start picking up steel, hopefully. It's got 300 orders. Size that bloody train. Okay, it's good. 3.7 million. What would help is if we got rid of a lot of these trees here. So that's back. Fantastic, and now this is on its way. So we've got 1.7 million there, 3.6 million there, so that brings us to what, 5.3? 6, well, you got 7 million, 12 million profit on that train. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. Metal and that being produced, which means soon we're going to have tools being produced. Train's on its way in. We do need to actually monitor it, just to make sure it is actually getting everything that it needs. And machinery will be needed down here. Bath doesn't need it. It's going to pretty much go half and half on it now. 60-84, lovely. So that's split evenly. Very happy with that. And then by the time the next round, why are you on us? I don't know why you decided to come over, because there was bloody no reason for it. That's 327 there, 300 dollars. Production is 600 there. It's pretty cool where you got it on both sides. Lovely. And what are we doing? That's looking good. 700 timber. Nope, 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 nope. Just need to edit this one. And in all honesty, we probably need to actually just give ourselves more. So I'm gonna go with tractive efforts. Highest tractive effort is that for 1350. That's got 1050. So we're gonna put 2 of these up here, and then no, those have 1500. Pretty fucking beastly, these ones. Just make it blue. It's gonna look weird, but that's what we want. And then I want more carrying capacity, so let's go type there we go. 360. That seems perfectly fine there. Now that's going to have the tractive effort that's required to take it to that station. It's also an extremely long train, I've just realised that. Oh, planes are becoming available now, thankfully. $360. This is as long as you can build the tracks, isn't it? No, apparently it isn't. How long is it gonna let me build this until it gives up? Sizable upgrade. Let's get okay, dog. Let's build all this out. And just lay it all the way down there. Fantastic. This needs to be bloody upgraded. That's not even a question. Build all this out. We're just gonna give ourselves standard track coming down. Platforms again. Linear. Okay, with a platform this long, will it fit the entire train? Yes. $7 million. Fantastic. Means that the stored amount is going to meet consumption and say shipment. Is it close enough? 74.50. Obviously, I've put. Into one. I don't know why that's making a loss at the moment. Also going to reduce capacity of this to 220 and the nope. how's this one going? Should be doing good because it's going to be making us machines. Bath needs machines now. Oh, okay, we could be onto something right here. Where are machines needed? In Bath. The crocodile's available. Lovely. I do love that train. Tools are going to be needed over there, so let's get a, just a truck stop. Right there, I think. Like... No, you absolute pillock. What we're gonna do... Fantastic. That sort of... Let's bring it up here. Let's really cut these shits. And now let's go from here. Here. And we'll go truck, bath machines. No, bath machines. Whee. I do have a road depot here. Lovely. Quite the choices of stuff now. Actually, I'm gonna switch those over to the coal merchant lorry because they're much quicker. Those two tech machines will go like these. Oh, we're just waiting on metal. Ooh, look at all the housing now. I love the colours of them. Why wasn't it storing steel? Who cares? No one will know. Locomotives, they're up. We're full on both of these trains, so that means what we've got to do is we've got to edit them and add more cars. Now these we're using the GWR ones. Much better availability. 125 as we come around. Looking absolutely splendid. Decent amount of people there. Going into Middlewich now. Ooh. Oh my god, the LNER 162 is just available. Oh, okay. For those who did see it, that train goes 160 kilometers an hour. It's 1922. Oh, it's 1922. I've just realized that. Yikes. Time goes by quick. But basically, in Middlewich and in Sale, we have long enough stations for long trains. But the issue pertains to Sleaford and Dawlish, of which these train stations are shorter. 30 people to sail. Down the other direction. How much this train is out by? The capacity of these trains does need to be increased, it seems. And we have all the tools being... well, they're all produced, they just now are to be carried down. Like so. Fantastic. So that means Middlewich is getting tools and Sail will get tools. British truck designs, but they don't exist so far. Oh my god, the 1923 tender engine, which was, I think, predominantly Britain's war train. This is how you know the game is getting serious now. I mean, this is the peak era for us. Look, all of these trains are good. The Sleaford Express. Let's give the Sleaford Express a retrofit, I think. What we'll do... how do I have the badge? Here. I have no idea. Here we go. Now we need the appropriate train cars. What's the speed of these? These are the ones that it's carried realistically. Would I want those or would I want these? They go what? No, they don't even match speed required. Yeah. Oh, yes. Look at that. Fantastic. It's a great model as well. And that's the thing, the train line is long enough and it's going to be expanded upon in a future episode, whereby something of this stature is actually good. Oh, we can have these multiple trains with the speeds. Climbing a hill at 100 kilometers an hour, not bad. Should be faster going up the hill. Plenty of room entering the station and Sleaford. What's these? Go in the camera mode though. Let's go like this. Now you see, if I just put this on a really long straightaway, the power that it has, especially along sides. Oh, it's even quite small amount really. Yeah, the dualish buses need to be definitely changed over. Because we have motorized buses now. The Gaggenau I would like to use, but Schneider. None of these are British, because Britain just said nah. We'll just use these again. Oh, neon signs, and it's a pub. And London Northern Eastern Railway, which is what this train obviously is on. Custom views. Shame. Station. 40 tools. 61 people going out. And left in the dust. Upgrades, train. Upgrade all these train lines to all the exact same standards. Fantastic. That's also. Oh. There's our little freight train trying to catch up to us. 120. Fantastic, and then coming out south. We still have 391 people now. 280. And in regards to trams, do we have any more trams that Peter Whittaker? No, it's North America. Why are they on the same track? this a thing now? Never a thing prior. Double switch, yes. I should be able to move through. What are we doing here? Okay. Manage going into sale. We can use that 3 or 4. So that was the issue. Didn't realize I was allowed to cross. There we go. 126 or 176 is actually running at a loss. These are both running at losses. Mind you, they were held up, which is going to cause issues. Train's full. Full there. Yeah, that's got 600s. Probably just need to keep going to black at least. Over anything else at this rate. All of these can be converted probably over. So these will get it done quicker. But also what I want to see is these. This become a thing. There you go. Tarmac highway now. That is always going to be annoying though, because these trucks go 40 and he's stuck at like 10 or 20. Yikes. Massive yikes. Let's see if I can add. I have that right there just so that these guys have the option to move off. The only issue is this is going to will significantly harm production. And that is my biggest fear. It's back on the profits, thankfully. People there. And what we need to do with this line, manage, when it comes in the sale, it should have access to 1 and 2. It has issues being on 2 as well. That crossing road there. So now this is an issue. Failed to see. So now this is an issue. Oh, that's an issue. Seems both trains have caught up a lot quicker than I thought they would. Let's stop that one then. Wait until this leaves the Doma. People going the other way. Fantastic, so that is developing out now. Everyone's moving splendidly. November 4th, my birthday is come across. We'll start this train. See if I won't catch up to that freight. Relatively quick, actually. Look at that, already coming up to 100 million. Despite slowing trains down. Oh, fantastic. Look at that, million people there. Us going all the way up now. Oh, this one's going all the way down. Already full as well. So this one's probably going to suffer a little bit in regards. It's the pano here. Oh, these trucks doing. Well, that's producing quite a lot of timber. Let's replace these then. And double the capacity there. That's ripping through while that one's 120 kilometers out. This one's still so maybe in tomorrow's episode that needs to start becoming a requirement to upgrade both these trains. The M300. This is where this is going to become useful. Kinda not good at all. That's the end. 160 plus. Already at 160 plus. I think maybe we need to replace all these trains with this. Speed. Imagine I just double it up and put another locomotive behind it. Better. That is very much it needs to be. Or something like that. Because this has been. And this, with proper size and being full. And also got 200 people there. This train's carrying a bit too much people. I'm making money on this. 480,000. Why is the capacity popped off all the requirements for this line popped off? I think that's questions we definitely need to ask going forward. How much? Oh, we've got 2, 4, 3. Where's the core train? How's this one doing? Hundreds, so 500 million in the bank so far. And we have have all the copper in the bloody world, it seems. So 10 more, 40 vehicles onto that. Let's see if we can match capacity at all. This one. There we go, now that's a bit more pretty well. Such highway. I will get rid of all of these. One at the end of the station. Health of the road. It's just oh! And the game crashed. Wow. I think there was an autosave recently. Anyway, with that everyone, I'm going to see what we can do about that tomorrow. I'm your host Mitch, you can call me Taz, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Ciao, ciao.